welcome guys. Welcome to today's video. Today's video we're going to be looking at federal and state universities. You can study pharmacy even with a low JAMB score of 200 or 190 in JAMB. Of course, we're going to be seeing pointing some private universities. You can study pharmacy even with a low JAMB score of 150. Now, like you're probably aware, right? Pharmacy is a very competitive course, right? If you plan to study pharmacy, now because of that, apart from the normal JAM cut-off mark, which is 150, right? JAM set out for students. Every university set up a departmental cut mark for students who are looking to study pharmacy. Uh, for example, the departmental cut. Now, I would also like to point out that this departmental cut mark always changes every year. So most times, it's changing with just it doesn't change, right? It remains the same. Why? In some few years it changes. It doesn't remain the same, right? So for example, Uniburn departmental cut mark is 250 for pharmacy. For some year it could move the needle a little bit to 255, 260. You get the point, right? So in other words, you need to know the departmental cut mark of the university you intend to study pharmacy in your state. Now, but today we're going to be looking at federal and state university. You can study pharmacy even with a very low JAM score of 190 or 200. Now, in if you're looking to study some other courses, 190 or 200 JAM would not be too low, right? But if you're looking to study pharmacy, it's really pretty low. Now, now to sell this off, we're going to start off with private universities. You can study pharmacy with 150. Now, there are just 25 universities currently in Nigeria that you can study pharmacy. That's because not every university in Nigeria has been accredited to study to offer pharmacy, right? So, just 25 universities in Nigeria that you can study pharmacy, and out of that 25, it is just four private universities in Nigeria that offer pharmacy. I want you to pay attention to them. Now, I'm going to point them out. Now, first of all, we've got these are the four private universities in Nigeria that offer pharmacy. Are you with me now? Now, the first is Madonna University, the second is Igbeneder University, uh, the third is Birmingham University, and the fourth is Afe Babalola University. Now, as you can see, I've also pointed out the what it will cost you yearly if you're looking to study in each of this university. In the Madonna University will cost you around 1.750 yearly. Uh, if you're to study there, Igbeneder University is the highest rank with 2.39 nine 2.395. It costs you 2. Let's just say 2.4 million naira. That's what it costs you. All right. Now, I'd like to point out here that I've included the cost, the accommodation, the tuition. These are the total fee you would have to pay, like what you would have to pay starting for 100 level, right? And don't forget, pharmacy is a 5 years program, yes. So that means you will have to pay this amount every year. Now, in these universities, sometimes it's lower, maybe just 50,000 naira difference. Another time, another year, let's say 300 level, it could be higher, right? So now, even though right, you've got a very low jump score, and your parents or you can afford to study in this university. Now, these are the university you private university you can currently study pharmacy right now in Nigeria. And then let's move over to federal universities and state university. You can study pharmacy even with a low jump score of 190 or 200 in jam. Now, there are just four private, just four federal and state university you can study pharmacy with a low jam score, that you have a chance. What I mean, you can study pharmacy in this federal and state universities, that you get a chance, right, to actually do better in your post UTME. Now you see universities in the south side, like let's say Uniben, all right, the departmental cut-up mark is usually within 250, 255, 260 set for pharmacy. So in other words, if you scored 190 or 200, you're literally just joking because you don't even stand a chance. Not to forget that there are thousands of students that have applied for pharmacy for that particular university. So, and you're working there with a JAMB score of 190 or 200. You're literally joking, right? So, s- but you see, in these four universities I pointed out here, Columbus State University, Usman Davodo University, Bayero University Kano, and Kaduna State University, these four universities, you actually get a chance to study pharmacy. You actually get a chance to actually do well and in your post UTME, even though you scored 190 or 200 in JAMB, because these four universities, don't forget, these are state university. They also, you would also have to write post UTME. So even if you did score 190 or 200, you can do a lot better. You can put more effort in your post UTME, and you stand a chance to actually be offered pharmacy in this university, because in this if you would observe that these are universities in the north. These are all universities in the north. So in the north, um, there's no much competition in the north as compared to the south side and south. Is because kids in the north, no offense, no offense, uh, they don't really like, let's say, going to the university. So you can take advantage of that if you stay in the south south or southeast or south. Well, you get me, you get the point. So that is it. So that's if you're willing to leave your state to actually go study in Gombe State or in Kano or in Kaduna, right? So that's the opportunity there, right? So you can study pharmacy with, even if you have 190 or 200. And don't forget, apart from the fact of the competition being very very intense in the south south or in the south or in the east, there's also this issue of this thing of connection. I mean, who you know, right? So that effect there. What you see in the north is there's really nothing. It's not really as intense. It's just mild, right? Compared to how it's been handled in the north or compared to how it's been handled in the south, right? So if you did score 190 or 200, you've got a chance to study in this four university if you can do better in post UTME. So, but let's say now as a student, as a JAM student, if you're looking right now to for your next jam, for your coming jam, if you're looking to score 250 or 300 plus, I mean, I just said that now, and you're probably saying to yourself, 300 plus, is that possible? Yes, it's possible. It's very very possible, because every year you've heard students scoring 300, 250, and all of that is not possible. It's very, very possible. You understand? So all you just need to do if you want to score 250 or 300 plus is use our study platform, Pass Jam to prepare for your jam, right? Pass Jam. Now, what is Pass Jam? You can go through our previous videos we posted on YouTube to see what Pass Jam actually offers you. But then I'm just gonna wrap it up a little bit here. Now, PassJam offers you the complete the complete platform. It offers you everything you need to actually pass your jam exam very very easily. Now, it has a study area. It has a study area. You can see where you can actually study the first subject you're going to be writing jam. So let's say, of course, pharmacy, you're going to be writing biology, chemistry, physics, and English. Now you can study here, right? Now you don't. The benefit of this is that the normal traditional jam way of preparing is that you would go and get these textbooks in the bookshop, right? Biology, chemistry, physics, and you understand, and you start reading. But the thing with textbook is that they are very very bulky, right? They are very bulky. I don't forget, you'd have to read uh SS1, SS2, SS3 for each subject. Imagine you're reading SS1, SS2, SS3 for biology, doing the same for chemistry, doing the same for physics, and you also have to read English. Man, it's a lot. I mean, how many things can you actually remember? So, um, the study area here at PassJam helps you. It helps you. it helps you a lot to provide you with the materials that you actually need to read. Now, you can see in biology here, we've got the SS1 fully covered, as you can see, right? SS2 syllables, complete damn SS2 syllables. That's what you're seeing here. SS3 syllables. Are you seeing it? So these are what you need to study. All you should have to do, you just click on it. Let's say you want to study classification, fungi, and whatever. You just click on it. You understand? If you can see, you just start studying. You read. These are you see what you're looking at here is what you need to read, what you need to know when it comes to classification of fungi, plantain, and animalia. Right? This is what you need to know in this particular topic. That's what you're staring at. And at the end of the once you're done reading, you can actually take a 10 question test to actually see how well you've understood the topic, right? You can I said it so you can take the 10 questions test to actually see how well you I'm just gonna uh okay I did are you with me? So okay, I'm just gonna show you what it looks like. Okay, you see the question, you can take a test once you're done reading a particular topic, you answer the questions and you click on submit. Let's say I'm just going to answer randomly, I'm just click on submit. Now you can see, of course, I answered randomly, so I got 0 questions, right? So you can see it shows you the wrong questions you got wrong, the answers and why it's the answers, clear explanations. This is how it works for all subjects, whether you're reading chemistry, you're reading biology, exactly what you need to know. The cells and this environment, you see that it's like you actually have a textbook looking staring right at you, right? This is all you need to know about the particular topic in details, right? Now, same thing for math, same thing for chemistry, same thing, uh, regardless of the subject you're reading, you get to, this is, with this now, you can actually understand, you can actually understand biology, chemistry, or physics, English more easily compared to you are reading a textbook. And even if you attend a JAMB lecture now, because that's the route a lot of students take when preparing for JAMB this day. Of course, JAMB lectures is good. JAMB lecture is really, really good if you're looking, if you want to write JAMB. But the thing with JAMB lecture these days is the student, right? Students going to JAMB lectures these days are literally just going there because they want to leave the house. It's an opportunity for them to leave the house. There's a lot of distraction. Don't forget, you probably being in a single classroom filled up with 100 or 50 more students. There's a lot of noise going on. Uh, you literally uh, learning very little because of the distractions there and the pattern with a lot of students. I'm going to emphasize on this. I want you to pay attention here. The pattern with a lot of students is that this is what you guys do, right? When preparing for JAM, you attend JAM lecture. Now, maybe let's say you attend the JAM lecture from 9 to 2 p.m., right? Once the lecture ends, that is the end of the study for the day. You till you go to the jam lecture, let's say the next day, 9 p.m. You understand? You don't study at home, you don't read. You understand? You just repeat. The jam lecture is now more like how would I put it, like a school. And that's not how to prepare for jam. And that's why a lot of students take jam. You go to jam lecture Monday from 9 to 2. Once you get home, you do whatever chores you want to. You don't open your books. You do the same thing till the day of the exam. I mean, it's massive failure at the time because you literally be learning very little. Don't forget, there's a lot of distractions there. So you should have a study. You should study with past jam, even if you're going with if you start taking jam lecture. When you get back home, you take an hour or 2 hours to study with past jam. Don't forget, you don't need to buy textbook. The textbook is staring right at you and is well explained and it's more easier for you to understand. Now, apart from the study area, there's also the past question area. Read jam past questions staring at you, right? All subjects being covered. Read jam past questions. You can go through the jam past questions. You see the answers. You see the work solutions. I would have said, let me show you more, but the thing is, I don't want to make the video too long. It's getting too long already. Now you get re-jam past questions here. You can also take mock exam, right? You can also take jam mock exam, like the jam, like the re-jam exam. You can take the four subject mock exam. You just, let's say pharmacy, you click on biology, chemistry, you click on physics, you click on English, then you just click on start exam, right? Then you answer, right? You answer the questions, and after you don't answer the question, you get, it's like the jam. Now you get a timer looking at you. Okay, let me just quickly show you how it works. I click on biology, chemistry. I scroll down now. Don't forget, you're preparing for pharmacy, right? Click on physics, you click on English, then you click on start mock exam. You click on start mock exam. Now, these are the questions you're staring at. You can see you've got 2 hours, right, to answer these questions, this 180 questions, just like the re-jam. And once you're done answering all the questions, you're done with the exam, you click on submit exam, then you get your score, like the re-jam has been calculated, and you get the work solutions, the answers to all the questions, the ones you got wrong, you get clear explanations, clear calculations to them. You get me? So that's how it works. Then we've got, as a past question. Then we've got this is the mock, right? Then okay, I already explained the past question. Now, even after you're done with JAM, right? We also prepare you for post UTME, right? Because we've got Unibank post UTME past questions and answers, Unibank post UTME past questions and answers, Abuja and Delsu. Of course, you're more on the way, right? You can study past question for your specific university you're planning to attend. Now, apart from the past questions, as you can see, you can also take the university mock pursuit CME mock. Now, for example, this is just last year past question for science, as you can see, right? So that's literally how it works, right? Just like I said, of course, there's also a study planner, because consistency is something with students. They struggle to be consistent when preparing for jam. Now you can just set up is the study planner. You pick the days and the number of hours you like to study. You just pick it, right, and once you don't pick in the days and number of hours, you just click on save plan. Now, once you've done that, you get a notification on your phone every time, once it's time for you to study, that you're supposed to be studying this time, right? So it helps you to really, really stay consistent. So, like I said, uh, get if you're looking to actually study pharmacy for this coming year, and let's say Uniben, Uni Abuja, Unilag, and you know that the competition is really insane and you want to score above 250, 300, this is what you should be using to study, right? I'll tell you what, if you can study with PyGem for just 2 hours every day, I'll tell you what, you don't even need to go to a jam lecture. But even if you feel like you need to go to a jam lecture, this is what you should be using to study once you come back from your jam classes. You get me? So like I said, it's really, really important that you pay attention to these things, because pharmacy is a really, really competitive course. Now, thank you for staying to the end of this video. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and of course, share with a friend that would find this information very, very useful. Um, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.